What's up, Banana Squad? Today we're back, Lena, and I have a special guest. So, you can show yourself.
Hi, I'm Gabby, and I am Lena's friend, and I will be helping her today on how to learn a back walkover, how to do one. So, hi.
So, I'm going to show you guys how to stretch before. Hey, so we're on to stretching next. Stretching is very important so you do not get hurt. We are stretching for a back walkover. And first, I'm going to stretch out my legs so my split, it looks pretty and perfect. So, roll over to your good leg. Put one knee on the ground. Make sure your hips are square, not like that, not like this. And then you want to bend this knee, stretch it over, but don't put your knee over your ankle because if it's like this is not good for your ankle. So, if it's not a stretch like this, then bring your back leg farther out and you'll feel more of a stretch. And hold this for 5 gymnastics. Now, straighten your leg. Try to put your elbows on the ground if you can. Make sure your hips are square. Just realize mine were not. And try to touch your nose to your knee. Hold that for 5 gymnastics. Now, if you feel comfortable enough, slide into your splits. If you can only go this far, that's okay. But make sure your front leg is always straight. But I'm going to go all the way in. I'm going to try to touch my nose to my knee. That fat comes up again, and if you don't know how to make your hips square in your splits, look for your knee. If your knee is like this, then that means your hips, if you can see my knee right here, that means your hips are not square. And if you roll over and your knee's not facing the ceiling, then you know that you're square. Now I'm just going to stretch my back. Do that on your good leg, and if you want, you can do it on your bad leg. My bad leg's so bad that I'm not sure if I want to show you. So now but you have to be able to have a bridge. So we're gonna do some bridges. Push up to the bridge and rock back and forth for your shoulders. 10 times. Lift one leg, both legs 10 times. When you come down, make sure to roll your back up. And that'll leave us off at step 2.
For this activity, it's nice if you have a spot. So Lena's going to come and help me spot.
Or fix the camera.
So the first thing to do is that we are going to fall back into a back bend with only one leg.
And then the partner, if you can't kick over yet, then your partner can help
Push you over. And then you're going to want to try the other leg and see which one feels comfortable, unless you already know which
is your good leg. So.
Then you just keep practicing it. And if you don't have a spot around, you can try it by yourself. But spots are always good.
I'm going to now try to do it with your bad leg.
Oh, yes.
So she's going to try to keep her legs super straight and tight. Now she's going to try to do the activity by herself.
So I'm going to try falling into one. You can start with your foot on the ground. You don't have to start it in the air like when you have a spot. So you just go like this. Oops, a little too fast. But when you fall back into your bridge, you want to try and hold it there for a couple seconds. And then you want to, kick over. If you still can't kick over, then another tip is to try to bend your knee more when you're in your bridge and kick as hard as you can. But when you're in your back walkover, it'll be easier because you already have the momentum from when you're standing up. And then you can practice that a couple times, and then it'll get easier for you to learn the back walkover methods.
Okay, so on to step 3. we are going to be trying to do a little small kickover. So many of you know that doing a back walkover is hard. So we were thinking of doing it with 2 legs down. So we do a back bend, and then a partner can help you do that. My partner will be Gabby. But then they will help me go back, and they will help me kick over if you need it. So I'm just going to try to do it by myself and see how it works.
So she was just too scared, so that's why she twisted, and it's never good to twist. You should always trust yourself, and if worse comes to worse, you just put your hands over your head. And then she's going to try and kick over. And there you go.
There you go.
And you should practice that a couple times. Now, if you don't have a partner, Lena will show you what you do if you don't have a partner.
If you don't have a partner, then you can just, and you don't know how to do a back bend
By yourself.
But if you do know how to do back bend by yourself, you do exactly what they did, except you try to do it a bit quicker than you did with the partner. I almost did a back limber there.
Now, back limber is different than a back walkover, because a back limber is where you bring
Keep
both
your
of your
legs
feet
together all the time.
and you bring both of your feet over your head rather than just one. So do you want to go on to step 4?
Let's do it.
Now on to step 4. Step 4 is just practicing your back walkover and getting all the momentum that you need. So the first step into step 4, there's many different steps, is you want to lean back when you're going back. You don't want to just fall back like that, and you want to wait for your leg to kick over when you're actually going back.
And did you watch how she kept her eyes on her hands? If I'm like this,
then she's going to fall back and hurt herself and get scared. So remember, always have your eyes on your hands when you're going back.
All the way until you finish from your back walkover. It's the safest way to keep your body safe. So we're just going to show you a few back walkovers.
So here is one that you should do.
And you want to make sure a real back walkover is not with your foot on the ground. You want to make sure your foot is on an inch above the ground or more.
And she kept her eyes on her hands the whole time. Now for the second one, this is what not to do. So I'm just gonna fall back. You see, I didn't watch my hands, so that means that I was so scared to go back, but I still kind of made it over, and I didn't really squeeze tight. But you always want to make sure that you have good form when you're doing your back walkover.
So we're just gonna do some fun tricks from our banana squad just to show you guys kind of that we were both doing this, and I hope you guys learned how to do your back walkover. And if you guys want more of this one, then give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe.
Also, there will be tips at the end. We have a couple little extra tips that we forgot to put in. But other than that, that's about it.
Yeah, so we're just gonna
Do
show you
some
a few
gymnastics. Hey, so now it's on to tip time, right?
Yeah.
And one thing before we start is that this is an at your own risk thing.
Yeah.
So if you get hurt, please be careful, and this is at your own risk.
We don't want anybody to get hurt.
And we don't want anyone to get mad at us for making our video. So,
But yeah, so
just let's get started into tip time.
tip time.
So the first tip is that when you are doing your back walkover, remember to always look at your hands when you're going back. Don't just like leave them here and follow them back. You want to look at your hands when you're going back.
My second tip is to make sure, if you've never done a back walkover before, then get a parent's supervision. Or get a gymnast, a coach's supervision if you're going to do it.
Also, another tip is if you're on a wall, so if you're like on a wall, if you have a wall, I think you do at your house, then what you want to do is it helps you with your bridge. So to help you with your bridge is if you walk your hands down the wall onto your bridge, and then you walk them back up. So that's another way to get your bridge, because I know we didn't mention that before, but that's a good way to get your bridge.
And I think that'll wrap us up for our tips. Thank you guys, Banana Squad. Don't forget to like and subscribe down below. Bye.